You've probably come across whiteboard animation videos like these before. They usually feature simple drawings on a clean white background, while a narrator explains an idea step by step. Nothing fancy, right? But here's what's wild. These videos pull in millions of views. Educational channels, storytelling pages, faceless YouTube accounts, they all use this exact format, and it just keeps working. And the best part? These aren't the kind of videos that blow up for a week and then disappear. A single whiteboard animation can keep bringing in views for months, sometimes even years after you post it. Just take a look at this channel, The Art of Improvement. The channel has more than 1.1 million subscribers, and many of its videos have performed exceptionally well over time. Some of their most popular uploads have reached 4.8 million views, 3.4 million views, 2.9 million views, and many others have achieved similar results. But here's the really interesting part. If I zoom in, you'll see a metric called VPH. This one stands for views per hour. This video right here was uploaded 5 years ago, and it's still getting over 100 views every single hour. And if we click on this video, at first glance the video looks very hard to create, and most people assume videos like these require advanced animation skills, expensive software, or years of experience. But that's no longer true. Thanks to AI, you can create professional whiteboard animations faster than ever, even if you've never animated a single thing in your life. In this video, I'll walk you through my complete step-by-step workflow. And the best part? The process is far easier than most people think. But before I show you exactly how it works, take a look at this whiteboard animation I created using the same method you're about to learn.
What if I told you the most powerful empires in history all ended the exact same way? Over thousands of years, massive empires rose from almost nothing, took over huge parts of the world, and then eventually disappeared. Every empire starts small. It could be a single city, a small kingdom, or even a tribe that slowly grows stronger through armies and trade. One of the first great empires was ancient Egypt, which grew along the Nile River and became one of the world's earliest superpowers. It stayed powerful for centuries, but over time, invasions and new rivals slowly chipped away at its strength. Then came Rome.
So the first step is finding a video idea. To make this easy, I prepared this free master prompt linked in the description below. Inside the document, you'll find this prompt. Simply copy it and paste it into ChatGPT. You can also use the free versions of Claude, Gemini, or DeepSeek. Once you submit the prompt, the AI will generate a list of unique whiteboard animation video ideas that you can use right away. This is especially helpful if you're not sure what type of content to create, and if none of the ideas stands out, that's completely fine. Just ask the AI to generate more suggestions, or skip this step entirely, and use a topic you've already chosen. For this demo, I'm going to use this topic, the rise and fall of the largest empires in human history. Once you've selected your topic, it's time to move on to the next step. Now, head back to the master prompt document and find the video script and storyboard generator prompt. Copy the prompt and paste it into ChatGPT. Inside the prompt, you'll see a placeholder that says, "Your video idea here." Simply replace that section with the video idea you've chosen and hit enter. Within seconds, ChatGPT will generate a complete whiteboard animation framework for your video. This includes scene-by-scene prompts and a full narration flow that we'll be building on in the next steps. Before we move on to the next step, there's one important thing you should know. A common issue with AI-generated whiteboard animations is the drawing hand itself. In some cases, the hand can look distorted or unnatural, or the drawing motion simply doesn't look realistic. When these issues show up, the animation can feel less authentic and more obviously AI-generated. To help avoid that problem, I've included a dedicated hand correction prompt inside the master prompt document. Simply scroll down until you find hand correction prompt. This prompt is designed to improve the hand drawing instructions. Just copy it and paste it into ChatGPT. Inside the prompt, you'll see another placeholder labeled "Your script here." Paste your generated storyboard into that section. If you're using the free version of ChatGPT, I recommend processing only a few scenes at a time. This usually produces more accurate and consistent results. For this demo, I will go with just 10 scenes. As you can see, it rewrites and optimizes all the scene instructions to ensure the drawing hand appears natural, realistic, and properly connected to the illustration process. Once your optimized scene prompts are ready, it's time to create the actual whiteboard animation scenes. Now, head back to ChatGPT and copy your first scene prompt. Then go to Higgsfield AI. Once you're signed in, click on Video. Then, select Seedance 2.0. Now, I want to be completely honest with you here. I tested a lot of AI video generators for this workflow. The problem is that most of them produce stiff, artificial-looking animations that instantly break the whiteboard illusion. The hand movements feel unnatural, the drawings appear disconnected, and the final result just doesn't look professional. After testing multiple options, Higgsfield with Seedance 2.0 consistently delivered the best results. That's why I'm using it for this tutorial. Once you're inside Higgsfield, paste your first scene prompt here. Before you click generate, go back to ChatGPT and check the recommended scene duration. For example, as you can see, the first scene is set to 8 seconds. So go back to Higgsfield and make sure your settings match the information provided in the prompt. For the duration, select 8 seconds. For the aspect ratio, choose 16:9, and for the resolution, I'll use 4K to get the highest possible quality. Once those settings are in place, go ahead and click generate. Within a few moments, Higgsfield will create your first whiteboard animation scene. Let's preview it. As you can see, the hand follows the drawing naturally, the illustrations appear clean, and the animation feels much closer to a real whiteboard presentation. If you're happy with the result, download the scene to your device. Then repeat the exact same process for the remaining scenes, and continue until you've generated every scene from your storyboard. For this demo, I only created 10 scenes, but for your own projects, you can generate as many scenes as you want. Once all of your scenes are generated, downloaded, and ready to go, it's time to move on to the voiceover. Head back to ChatGPT. If you look at that first output we got, you'll see each scene has two things: a video prompt and a voiceover line. Now, you could open a Google Doc and copy-paste each one individually, but honestly, life's too short for that. Instead, just tell ChatGPT, give me a ready-to-copy voiceover text for all the following scenes, then paste in your full script. Boom, it pulls everything together into one clean voiceover script, ready to go. Now, you might notice the wording sounds a little stiff or formal. If that happens, just ask it to make it more casual. And just like that, it sounds way more natural. Once you're happy with the script, copy it and paste it into whatever text-to-speech tool you like. I'm using ElevenLabs for this one, but you can use any AI voice generator. If you go with ElevenLabs, you can either pick from their pre-made voices or create a custom one from scratch. Choose your voice, hit generate, give it a listen, and once it sounds good, download it. Then just repeat that for the rest of your script. With both your visuals and voiceover ready, it's time to put everything together. Open your favorite video editing software and import all of your files into a new project. The first thing I recommend doing is dragging the voiceover onto the timeline. This will become the backbone of your entire edit. Now zoom in on the audio track. You'll probably notice a few longer silent gaps between certain lines. A little breathing room is perfectly fine. In fact, short pauses can improve pacing and give viewers time to absorb information, but long periods of silence can hurt retention and make the video feel slow. So go through the voiceover and trim any unnecessary dead space. Once that's done, start adding your whiteboard animation scenes to the timeline in the correct order. Pay close attention to the narration, adjust clip lengths, trim unnecessary sections, and fine-tune the timing so each visual appears exactly when it's being mentioned in the voiceover. This might seem like a small detail, but it's one of the biggest differences between an amateur video and a professional one. When viewers hear something and see it appear on screen at the exact same moment, the video feels smoother, more engaging, and much easier to follow. If you'd like to increase engagement even further, you can add captions throughout the video. Otherwise, they're not required. Export the video, and you're done. Let's see the final result together.
What if I told you the most powerful empires in history all ended the exact same way? Over thousands of years, massive empires rose from almost nothing, took over huge parts of the world, and then eventually disappeared. Every empire starts small. It could be a single city, a small kingdom, or even a tribe that slowly grows stronger through armies and trade. One of the first great empires was ancient Egypt, which grew along the Nile River and became one of the world's earliest superpowers. It stayed powerful for centuries, but over time, invasions and new rivals slowly chipped away at its strength. Then came Rome. What started as a small city grew into one of the greatest empires the world has ever seen. With powerful armies, incredible roads, busy trade routes, and lasting laws, Rome ruled millions of people. But even an empire that powerful couldn't last forever. Political problems, economic troubles, and constant attacks slowly pulled it apart. Then the Mongols appeared, expanding faster than almost any empire before them. In just a few generations, they built the largest continuous land empire in history.
All of the prompts, tools, and resources mentioned in this tutorial are linked in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.